Next Friday is opening day of firearm deer hunting season, and joining us in the studio once again is John Pepin from the Michigan DNR. Thank you for being here.
Sure, thanks for asking me.
Yes, and so to start things off with this hour, we're going to talk about forecasting. Not like what Air was doing with the weather, but deer forecasting so people know some of the hot spots, correct?
Yeah, well, everybody kind of knows that last winter was mild. And a lot less snowfall than the previous 2 winters. So that's sort of helped the deer come out of the winter and go into this spring and summer and fall season now in healthier condition, better condition, more fawn production in the spring. And so when hunters are out for firearm deer hunting season, they should see some more deer out there. We've had reports from the archery season have been, there've been good reports from that. We've also heard anecdotally that hunters are starting to see, bucks on trail cameras and that kind of thing. So, and the weather hasn't, it's been above normal temperatures and such. So with, it hasn't been cold enough to get deer to start moving south in, like they normally do when the snow comes and all of that. So it'll be likely an above normal temperature for the opening day. And it's opening day on a Friday is kind of good for a lot of people going into a weekend, not having to get off of work to hunt and such. So.
Right, yeah, and another important aspect of it is being safe when you go out there, being prepared, being safe, for not yourself, but for everybody you're with, correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's always important to let people know where you're going to be hunting and when you're going to, come back. And if you bring a cell phone with you, even if you don't use it in the field, it's cool to have something like that. So if you do get lost, they can, searchers can pin your location and find out where you are to help you out with that. But yeah, you need to just basic things like, respect private property and, on public land, share public land, know what you're, shooting at, wear hunter orange, a lot of the basic things. And, we have I mentioned before, we have a DNR Hunt and Fish app that has a ton of information on there for hunters. You can download, you can get your license on there, you can download all kinds of information if that is something that you're used to doing.
Yeah. And then another thing I kind of wanted to circle back to that we talked about last hour was the quiet hours that begin on Sunday. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, quiet hours begin on Sunday right up until Thursday, and then Friday's the opening day. And during those quiet hours, people, unless you're out small game hunting, waterfowl hunting, or doing fur bearer activities, you can't have a loaded firearm with you. If people want to transport a firearm to and from a deer camp, it needs to be unloaded and securely cased or in the trunk of your car or such. Then you can do it.
Yeah, makes sense. Let's take a look at those details one more time. Firearm deer hunting season starts next Friday, the 15th, and goes until the 30th. The 5-day quiet period begins on Sunday. And for all information, you can always go to michigan.gov/deer. John, thank you for taking the time to chat with us about this morning. We really appreciate it.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, and we'll be right back with more My UP Mornings after the break.